Hi, it's Thomas Cook from Toronto's real estate team at RE/MAX, and here is our April 2014 Toronto real estate market report. With the single-family house market so strong, the downtown condo market has firmed up despite many new buildings being completed. I'll comment more on that in this broadcast as we go through the market report. So, let's review some of the Toronto Real Estate Board statistics and see what this is all about. Sales were almost 12% above average for April, with 9,706 houses and condominiums changing hands in all the districts. Condo townhouses and high-rise suites had a 28.6% share of the market, with 2,778 units being sold. The April average sale price for all GTA homes came in at $577,898, up 9.8% from 2013. I'll show you a graph of the average sale prices over the past several years in just a minute. The active listing inventory is one of the strongest indicators of how smooth or outrageous the market's going to be. We had an 11% decline in inventory for the month of April compared to historical numbers, and lower by 8% from last year at this time. The sales to listings, or percent chance of selling ratio, is how we determine what type of market we're in. 24 to 28% is a neutral market, below 24% is a buyer's market, and above 28% is a seller's market. In April, that ratio finished at 50.8%, up 5% from last year's market dip, and fairly consistent with what we've seen over the past several years for the month of April. By the numbers, the overall market is in busy seller market territory. The days on market average for the entire Toronto Real Estate Board was 20, one day faster than March, even though we've not had any good spring weather this year so far. So let's look at what's happening in the downtown Toronto condo market. West of Yonge and south of Bloor in the CO1 TREB district, the average sale price for April was $441,836. That number represented a modest 5% increase from the same time last year. With 338 condo sales in the month, the numbers were down actually about 6% compared to 2013. The ratio of sales to listings was steady at 23.8%, which leaves CO1 still in buyer market territory, but very close to becoming neutral. The average days on market came in at 30, which was the same as in March. Now, east of Yonge and south of Bloor in the CO8 TREB district, the average sale price for April was $431,161. That number represented a 7.3% increase from April of 2013. And with 142 condo sales in the month, the numbers were up almost 7% compared to last year. The ratio of sales to listings increased to 37.4% from 35% in March. That number puts CO8 in moderate seller market territory. The average days on market came in at 24, which was 2 days slower than in March. To summarize, in both downtown condo neighborhoods, there are many new buildings being occupied, and units are selling this year at a higher per square foot prices than in the older buildings. Although we're seeing the average sale price increase over 2013, you have to drill down into the sales in individual condo buildings to determine how the very local market is performing. With listing inventories higher by 9 to 11%, there's lots of choice for condo buyers. Looking at the graph for average resale prices for the last 4 years, April is continuing the trend we've seen since 2011, of each subsequent month outdoing the same month in the year previous. So far, those increases have been moderate, but a lot depends on more listings coming on the market to restrain prices from increasing at too high a pace. In February, we did a special market focus on detached homes in Toronto, and in March we talked about semis. This month, our special market focus is on condominium apartments in the City of Toronto, and specifically downtown in the CO1 and CO8 TREB districts. Citywide in Toronto, the condo average sale price for the month has been weak at just 1.5% increase year over year. We found that outside of several core condominium neighborhoods, prices just haven't moved very much. However, in the downtown CO1 district west of Yonge, we've had a 3.3% year-over-year price increase, while in CO8 east of Yonge, the change has been 6.2%. Not bad compared to the overall market increase of 9.8%. Obviously, single-family homes are the key market driver for price, but more singles and small families are showing that they love the carefree condo lifestyle in downtown Toronto. So what's the best way to make your first baby step into Toronto's real estate market? The best first step is to go on a market experience tour of condo or house neighborhoods with one of our team members. What a tour is not intended to do is to show you homes with the intention that you'd buy one right on the spot. What it is intended to do is to give you a chance to get a clearer idea of what's available on the market in your favorite parts of the city and in your price range, without worrying about being pressured into having to make an immediate buying decision. Once you've had your tour, we want you to go back home and think about what you saw. You'll then be better able to set up a good home buying plan and make smart, educated decisions about where and when you want to be in your new home. You can sign up for your condo tour at dailydowntowncondotours.com and a tour of houses at dailytorontohometours.com. Remember to check back here in early June for our May Toronto Real Estate Market Report.